Am I overreacting for getting a disabled person kicked out of a movie? Oh, no.
Ahead of us in this conversation, landmines abound.
You got your hand on the dead man's triggers right now.
Yeah, okay.
Squeeze.
I think that... We're going to be going through some Am I the Arsehole today, some Today I Fucked Up, some Am I Overreactings of themselves.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited because it's a thing that a lot of podcasters do. We've not really done this sort of thing, have we? So let's, because you found a few, and I found a couple as well.
I've got
what's your best? What's your best?
Well,
Hit me with your best shot.
I've got something to mention before we go into it. I know you said be direct, but I've got one thing to mention. The sun is out in the UK.
Yeah,
we have
nice.
sun. Yes!
It was. We had one glorious day yesterday. It's sort of chilly today again. I feel like it's
blue.
Right. Give me a first thing. Give me a first one of these bad boys.
I just wanted to say, anybody who's in the UK, we got the sun back and it's great. And what a time to be alive. So I have thought I found one. I immediately went on to Am I Overreacting? And I did the classic, and I sorted by controversial. The classic would be top of all time, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing about that subreddit is that most of them are not overreacting. It's like, am I overreacting? My partner burned my dog to death. I might leave him, maybe.
Yeah. I called him out for it, but I did make him dinner. It's like, what the fuck? What it basically reveals is that a lot of people are in quite abusive relationships.
Basically, yeah.
That's what I've learned.
Good to know that. Makes ours feel better, though. Do you know what I mean? Like, a bit of abuse, it's like, it's less than it could be.
Every now and then, maybe this is my red flag. Every now and then, if like I'm on the sofa and I'll read one, and it's like, you know, when there's like the text exchanges.
Yeah.
And it's like a girl is posting it saying, I overreacted. My boyfriend said this to me on Valentine's Day or whatever. And it's stuff like, you fucking bitch. How fucking dare you? I wish I never got with you. I hate you. I've never loved you in my life. Your sister's fitter.
Yeah.
And then it's like, am I overreacting? I burned the spaghetti. It's like, that's not the point, firstly. No. And secondly, no, you're not, because your boyfriend's obviously awful, and I'm so sorry that you're bad. But I love showing them to Anna, my fiance, and just saying, like, you've got it pretty good. I rarely burn the spaghetti.
Yeah, but you know, but it's like the thing about that one. The person who posted it, her sister is fitter. I would say that. Do you know what I mean? So that's fine. So something's
exactly. Call it one all.
Said. Exactly. Call it a draw. You shouldn't say it, but everyone's thinking it. Sort of.
Everyone's thinking your sister's fitter. Yeah.
Right,
okay, so I have got one. So, and I've also not read it. I found it on Reddit.
That's the name of the website. Go.
Oh, we do have fun. So,
we
first
do.
one. Am I overreacting for throwing away a joke gift that was supposed to be passed around the office? Now, it's not about your mum, Cole. I know what you're thinking. So,
very good.
I love these ones. I have no idea if they're the arsehole or if they're overreacting.
Is there a picture of the gift, or is it all text for this one?
A quick scroll, there is not.
Okay.
There is not.
We have to use our imaginations, everybody.
Yeah, okay. D&D mode. My passive-aggressive co-worker passed me a little box that said, just for you, and when you open it, a little hand flipping you the bird springs up. After some thought,
that's quite nice.
That's funny. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, that's a nice start.
Off the rip, funny little shit gift, but like tap gift, funny gift.
You can leave it on the thing when someone new starts, go, you got to open this before you get started. Okay, I'm with it so far.
I like it. Okay. Yep. After some thought, I took the box, asked if it was on loan to me or legitimately gifted to me.
Okay.
Was told it was a dirty Santa gift we passed around.
What's a dirty Santa? Is that like Secret Santa, but it's got to be dildos?
Maybe. Which I don't like. In an office environment, I don't want dirty Santa.
You don't want dildos in the office environment?
I don't want dildonic Santa.
Is that why you moved to Liverpool, further away from me?
As far away from that dirty Santa as I could. I was told it was a dirty Santa gift we passed around. I said, so no one will mind if I throw it away?
What?
And then I did while I emptied my waste bin.
You threw away... That's... What? Is that the whole thing?
No. There's quite a lot more, weirdly. Passive-aggressive co-worker said, did you just throw the box away? I said, yes. Followed by some more emotionless back-and-forth comments. And then our usual utter silence unless necessary.
What?
Update/clarification. This happened this morning. I asked my co-worker what's the significance of the joke middle finger in a box about, and they said it was a dirty Santa gift. Stop saying dirty Santa gift as if that's a thing.
I've never.
That annoys me.
I've never heard of that in my life. For the record, I've heard of Secret Santa. I've had an idea for a Secret Satan, where you get people the worst thing for them. It's like a sort of
so it's still like
gift.
It's a present that could be good for someone else.
It's like if their dog has died, you'll get the picture of their dog. But it's like every time they look at it, they're reminded. Do you know what I mean?
Or like a voucher to like a dog walking field.
Yeah, exactly. Secret Satan. So,
which could be good for somebody else, but it's not. That's funny. I like that.
That's my pitch for the future.
Okay, Secret Satan. There's a dirty Santa gift that's supposed to be passed around as a joke. The nonchalant handed it to me. I recognised it almost immediately because it came up in a 3D printed desk toy search. My deadpan reaction matched theirs. After a minute and a half mewing over what to do with it, my first idea was to throw it into the trash compactor next to our office.
Like the box squeezing to go like, right, I'll fix this is funny. I'm going to squeeze it to death. I'm going to turn it into plastic shards.
The threshing machine.
That's so weird. Psycho. This person is psychopathic. I hope they never get anything nice.
Okay, further clarification, because I'm now learning total context helps. What context can help you? Unless he doesn't have a middle finger.
That's what I was wondering. I wonder if he has, or he's got like fused fingers. Do you know what I mean? He's got lobster.
Oh, so he's got a massive middle finger.
I reckon he had a failed lobsterplasty, and it was like, shit, I didn't know they'd give me pincers.
Oh, that'd be funny.
That's the only explanation.
My passive-aggressive co-worker has a habit of reminding me they don't like me and doesn't want me working with them after I lost control once when I tried to give back one of our delivery truck drivers their cell phone they thought was lost, but someone found and handed it to my shared office at the dock. I wanted to give that delivery driver's phone back as soon as they got back into the dock. So I grabbed it, telling the passive-aggressive co-worker that blank was here and I was going to give them their phone back. And my co-worker asked, is blank here? Like they didn't hear a word I said. Which is no doubt true because we're all notorious for using earbuds when working.
What is this person on about?
This is like, I guess, a clarification for why their co-worker's a dick. But you just fucking threshed a present, so you're not in the best standing.
And also, even if the co-worker doesn't like them, the co-worker's got them a gift. And
that's a funny gift.
It is a funny. It's not a mean gift.
No,
like it's sort of loosely, comedically insulting.
But my brain wired differently, snapped and yelled yes in an annoyed manner. Then passive-aggressive co-worker comes out and stops me from returning the cell phone because they wanted to explain to the driver what happened and that they charged it up for them. My silly brain took that as unnecessary virtue signalling because anyone with two brain cells rubbing together would know if the phone they lost a week before was charged up and it had a full battery, then someone had charged it. So I said, fine, take it and do your stupid thing. OP sounds like a prick.
What on earth is this person?
So they've been given a silly gift, a dirty Santa gift, as we've all been given in our lives.
What's your favourite dirty Santa gift, Stumpy?
The one from my uncle. And it was a little box that they opened and it flipped him off. And they should have gone, fair enough, all right. And then their first question
is fine. It sounds like they did. It sounds like they went, anyway, where's the fucking bin? How do I smelt this into parts so I can sell it for scrap plastic and gain 20 pence?
It would have been so funny if they went, threw it away and
I wouldn't
just kept
put it past
working.
this person at all. So this was the most controversial post on this thing ever, was it?
No, this is just like controversial of the month. There's like, okay, you can't really see.
Oh my,
there's
no, dude,
quite a lot more. We're not reading that.
I cannot handle any more of the manifesto for audio listeners. Go fuck yourselves. But there's also, I'd said this is about 1,000-word post in total.
Probably.
This person is insane. Can I just, is anyone on their side? Anyone?
I'm scrolling. The top comment is, a better idea would have been to just give it back to them.
Or not, just leave it.
Or not, just leave it, because it's sort of nothing, because it's a bit of plastic. You're overreacting in your reaction, even if your feelings are valid. What feelings are valid?
I don't know. I've got no idea what feelings they could be talking about. Okay, so for you and me to answer this one before we move on, Stumpy.
Yep, okay.
Are they overreacting? Give us some footage. Yes.
Yes. Oh, and don't do that, because they might get hurt by the fact that her fingers popped up.
Yeah, exactly, yes. Yeah, ding.
Obviously, I don't get how... Because this person presumably works near other human beings of a day, because they're in an office.
It sounds like they are someone who should not be near other humans. This is the person for whom working from home was invented. Yeah. This person should have been working... You know, in like the 90s when people did it and it was really weird, home workers... That's what this person should have been. Like, oh, you know, we keep them in the cell, in the pen, away from the rest of the humans.
Exactly. It's like Richmond in the IT crowd. They
Exactly,
should work in the down basement back office.
Very true. Very true.
To me, I just think that Even if, because their brain is wired differently, I don't know if they're alluding to the fact that they have autism, right? Which they might be.
Severe, eh? You can still be a knobhead. You
can still be a dickhead. You can be whatever under the sun. You can still be a prick. That's the weirdest reaction. Even if your co-worker, which, by the way, doesn't even sound like... Their example of them being passive-aggressive is telling somebody who lost their phone that they charged it. And they're like, fuck you then, you piece of shit, fuck you.
You're so passive-aggressive, God.
You piece of shit, you're a real goddamn piece of work, co-worker.
Obviously it's been charged, Celia. Otherwise it wouldn't have any battery, you piece of shit.
I reckon Celia is like the nicest woman in the office.
Celia's
and he just
angel.
takes it. Exactly. He just takes it wrong every single time.
Yeah. Celia goes like, oh, hey, Terry, you look great. Is that a new T-shirt?
Oh, what? So you didn't notice that I wore it 3.5 months ago, you cow?
Oh,
you
sorry.
never look at me. Oh, what, because I'm ugly and fat?
Oh, sorry about that, Cedric.
Fuck you, Celia.
Sorry, Cedric. You mentioned to me the other week that you really like those sort of Honey Nut Cheerio cereal. I tried them. They're actually really nice.
Oh, what? So you remember the food because I'm fat? Fuck you, Celia.
that's the name of their sitcom.
Fuck you. Well, it's the weirdest names of Celia and Cedric. I don't know where these people work that isn't a farm 500 years ago.
Right. Shall we move on? I've got one for you. It's a visual one.
okay.
I've sent you a link to it so you can have a little look at the picture.
Okay.
But this one is just am I overreacting in thinking this product is inappropriate?
Okay, so it's a little box with a middle finger in it that pops up. No, go on, no, it's yours, go on.
So I was nipping into a convenience store to grab some milk. Fridges are along the back wall, and I happened to go through the confectionery aisle to get to them. On my way, I spotted these there on the shelf. Now tell me what you see, Stumpy, when you look at this picture, for audio listeners as well.
They are syringes, quite frankly. There's a box with a nurse on it, like an AI-looking, like nurse chibi-looking thing.
Yeah.
It says "Sweet Addiction,"
now that's key.
It's like a push syringe that you'd like hold with your index and your middle finger, and then push it down with your thumb. The classic plunge syringe.
The syringe of itself, yeah.
Full of what I can assume is sort of like a liquid, sweet nectar that I'm sure like a bee would like.
I imagine it's a fruit goo, and I imagine if your child has this round the table, there is going to be wasps. AF.
Yes, they're going to get all over them. And yeah, it's like I said, it's got like a picture of a nurse. The one that the nurse is holding has absolutely got a needle on it as well. You see the point on that little one that the nurse has got.
Oh yeah, I'm zooming in now. Oh, it's even jizzing a little bit of like.
Oh, it is.
Sweet
it is jizzing
nectar.
a bit
is
of
she crying?
nectar.
The little nurse girl is there's a tear, or it's nectar, or she's
I think that's maybe like a bit of dust or something.
I mean,
can't
it's
tell
not the highest res image. It looks like our left eye that we see, but her right eye looks like it has a tear.
So this is also placed next to those ones where it's got the sort of, it's a hard shell, then it's got the sort of like circle squidgy bit that you squidge like the blue liquid into your mouth. So is it that? It might not be, but it looks like that kind of thing.
It's like push pops and the sucky rings that you can get.
Yes, exactly. It's
It's among those.
It's a child nectar in a delivery package, but for some reason they've chosen needles as the delivery package.
When I first saw that, I thought they were thinking that it looked like a douche. And that's why they thought it was inappropriate. That was my first thought.
My kid shoved a Sweet Addiction up his arse, and now there's wasps up there. What do I do?
They've made a hive. There's a hive.
My child's got a hive in his arse. Am I overreacting?
Where hives and hymens meet.
Oh,
Sweet
God.
Addiction available now.
That is honestly, that's terrible.
Is the fact that it's, and this is what the top comment says as well, the fact that it is called Sweet Addiction, like they're really leaning into the heroin addict thing, is makes this doubly impressive to me.
It's definitely, okay, I've scrolled down a little bit further. Someone said, I did buy candy cigarettes from the ice cream truck growing up. I remember candy cigarettes, remember the little Spider-Man cigarettes?
Yeah, but lots of people, don't mean to shock you here, die of cancer due to smoking.
They do.
So the fact that it was a thing in the 70s isn't like, there was more who died of cancer smoking in the 70s.
I think it was also a thing in the 90s, in fairness, and early 2000s, I would give it. However, that was 30 years ago, and things have changed a bit.
And there were also heroin addicts back then as well.
True. I think that you're not overreacting. I think that's an insane product for. If it was like, I don't know, what could it be filled with that'd be fine? Like, so if it was like a shot,
you're saying
like
the same
shot for an adult.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Even with the addiction, like, haha, not heroin, it's actually margarita.
I think it's weird. Don't get me wrong. I think no matter what, if your delivery method is via needle and you're calling it an addiction, it's weird. Do I think it's bad for an adult then? Probably not. I think an adult knows enough to think, well, this is just a drink. I'm not actually going to now go and do heroin.
Well, I was about to say, what if they were designed to make kids not fear needles for getting jabs and stuff like that? And then I was going to say, oh, what if doctors gave them out? Like, instead of a lollipop, they gave out one of these. But then I was going to say, what if then little Tinny goes, I want more, opens up the cabinet, finds whatever he can,
It's one of the ones where it's like, yeah, theoretically, I get your point of it could be good to destigmatize needles for children and therefore they'll get their vaccines a bit better.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what they're doing. I have a sneaky suspicion they don't really give a shit about the smallpox vaccine. I think they just want to deliver child nectar to infants.
In any orifice that it can find its way into, apparently, whether it be douche or need.
Yeah. I think, okay, somebody else has also said, I think kids will have fun pushing the plunger. I agree.
That's true.
I don't think they would make any kind of connection that it's inappropriate. I don't think they need to make the link that it's inappropriate, but I think that at some point, somebody might think, not, oh, I had a fucking sweet addiction when I was a kid. I'm going to do heroin. They wouldn't think that, because that's quite the leap.
I wonder if anyone has ever thought, I'm going to do heroin in such a happy voice as you just did.
So jovially. What a day for heroin. It is sunny outside. The only thing that would make this sun better is a spot of heroin in the garden.
That's true, a little bit of smack. I'm sort of being swayed by the comments here a little bit. The comments don't seem to care. I'm very much a comment-heavy person. Whenever I look at any article or YouTube video, or if I watch TV, we discussed before, I like to see what people... I like knowing what the human meta is, I suppose. And the comments don't seem to mind, and I'm being swayed a little bit by them. But are you standing firm? Are you standing firm in overreacting?
I guess I think it's less bad. Well, the thing is, their question is, if we're going just by the wording of their question, am I overreacting in thinking this product is inappropriate? I don't think that's an overreaction to think the product is inappropriate.
Would you ban it? Would you, Stumpy Goblin, ban it? I'd say, look, nice try. We're not going to sue you. We're not going to make you recall them.
But we're going to change the rules.
No more.
It's like how it's like Portugal or something. They can't have like cartoon characters and mascots on sugary kid cereals.
I've heard that. Yep. Do you know that cereals, the mascots look down? Did you know that?
Go on.
Do you know why? It's because little kids walking down the aisle, all the mascots are looking... Wow. Genuinely, next time you're down the cereal aisle, have a look. Like, you know, the Kellogg's man, Tony the Tiger, Snap, Crackle and Pop, they're all doing that. Because they're saying, hey, kids...
Sorry, it's not... Who the hell is the Kellogg's man? So the other ones have got like Impish, Snap, Crackle and Pop. Frosties have got a tiger, and then the Kellogg's man. I don't know who he is. Who have you invented?
Jonathan the Kellogg's man.
Jonathan Kellogg. I don't know who that
is. No, I was thinking like cornflakes, but have they got like a cockerel?
Cornflakes don't have a man. That's like a rooster or something.
It is a rooster, isn't it? But that's what I went. I just went.
You know, Tony the Tiger, the Ricicles space guy, the Kellogg man. No, what the fuck? That's not a guy.
Jonathan Kellogg, just there looking at the kids, going, you know, whatever it was the Kellogg family
it just says
probably
all
thought.
Lowercase in a little speech all by Kellogg. And it's like, oh, okay.
To be fair, it's like YouTube thumbnails. You know the anti-thumbnail, which just like you just make it just green, or it's like a screenshot like Moist Critical would do. I bet if you made a cereal and it just said, eat sugar cereal, like on white text on black, what stands out?
That's true. But yeah, I think that to me, the fact that it's all, I think it's inappropriate. I would change the rules.
Okay.
I don't know how I would word the rules, but I'd want this not to exist.
You get rid. So we both, okay, then we'll disagree. I think they're overreacting. I think screw them. I think cowards. I think nanny state. I think if kids want to douche sweet serum up themselves or inject sweet serum up themselves, good for them. Damn it! This is Boris Johnson's Britain.
All right, so Cole wants to push sweet serum into kids' orifices. That's the takeaway from this one.
Whereas Stumpy does it. Who's in the wrong?
Yeah, that's true. Okay, I've got another one. Another Am I Overreacting? This one I thought was a little bit in our domain. I thought this was in our realm. We are streamers.
My co-host is a pedo. What do I
do? My co-host is a ginger paedophile.
No, my co-host is a one-eyed, brunette, lanky pedophile.
How do I make sure that his kids are safe?
How do I report my brunette, skinny little...
Skinny, yes!
Yeah, you're getting there. You are losing weight, aren't you? I can see you. Getting
Thanks,
skinny.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I've realised that when I shout, I get like neck veins now, which is quite nice. Oh, not nice. Sorry, by your reaction, not nice.
Why do you suck the joy out of everything?
I thought that was nice.
I've
not got fat neck.
I'm praising you on the fact that you look slightly better than you did probably 3 months ago, and you and I. I'm well veiny. It's like,
vascular.
Okay.
I like being vascular.
Move on.
When you've got like rivers of like veins down your arms, and like, do you ever see like a muscular man that's got like really veiny arms? You just want to like nick one with like a Stanley knife and just like. Am I overreacting? Favorite streamer called people with my disability annoying.
Ooh, okay.
Right. As streamers, we can answer from one side, and as viewers, we can answer from another. Okay?
Is it autism? Because there's plenty of annoying autistic people in our community, believe me.
Oh, fuck, I've just read it. This isn't good for us. Okay,
all right.
Here we go. I was watching a YouTube stream with a small YouTube/Twitter streamer. This could be us. The fucked up thing is this could be us.
Imagine if it's actually us. This is not scripted if it is.
It would be funny, though. And he was reading some Reddit posts. Oh, we haven't done that on stream, so we're fine. We're safe.
We probably have at some point read a Reddit post. But
this was 17 days ago, though. So.
Oh, not 17 days ago, no. Yeah. That was when we were playing Farmville.
Probably. In one of the posts, there was a picky eater, and some people in chat said that maybe he had ARFID, avoidance/restrictive food intake disorder, aka an eating disorder commonly associated with those with autism, but not always. Have you heard of this, by the way?
I have, but there's a line.
Here we go.
There's a line between, oh no, I don't eat Brussels sprouts, and oh haha, I'm so zany, and ahaha, I've got ARFID. Do you know what I mean? And where that line begins and ends is very blurry. So I'm already not assuming this person actually has this. I'm just
okay.
There,
so if anybody doesn't know what ARFID is, as far as I know, very genuine cases of ARFID are that you physically find it incredibly hard to literally have a spoonful of, I don't know, porridge. Say you literally cannot. You hate the idea of the texture of porridge, the idea of the flavour, whatever. You cannot physically bring yourself to put it in your mouth, let alone chew it and swallow it, right?
To be fair, when I tried to eat a tablespoonful of ketchup for charity, that's the closest I've ever got to that, where I tried about 4 times, didn't I? And it just
remember.
Nope. So maybe then...
It's that, but like on a much larger scale.
That's what I mean. So if people get that, if they chew an apple, it's the same. We'll get it out. If they eat a chocolate bar, it's the same. We'll get it out. If they eat spaghetti, whatever it is, then that does sound debilitating. Yes. And that's what I'm saying. There's that line, though. That's what I'm saying. There's that line. People go, oh, no, I don't eat carrots. I've got ARFID.
But you can also just be a picky eater.
Exactly.
They're different things.
Exactly.
So the streamer read those comments out and then said, quote, those kinds of people annoy me. He also said that he was annoyed by people who had a lot of food restrictions. I sent him a donation. Yeah, I think you might be autistic, you know.
What a response. What a bloody response.
So I sent him money.
Yeah, you know, I wanted to make sure that he could feed his family, of course, despite being a person insulting my entire being.
Also, a small YouTube/Twitch streamer, as small YouTubers/Twitch streamers, we've seen your comment. Do you know what I mean? We've seen your comment.
Yeah, you don't need to send us money in order for us to read your name. The amount of people that go, can I get a shout out? And it's like, well, yeah, your name's Jeremiah 12.
Have a conversation, probably, and we'll just say it at some point naturally.
That's better. We're not Shroud.
I sent him a donation explaining that what he said was really hurtful, but he doubled down, telling me that I take things too seriously. I'm just really hurt because this is a small, tight-knit community that I've been a part of for half a year now. I'm a channel member, a member of the Discord, tune in regularly to his streams. I'm just so stunned because he's usually very open-minded. This, honest to God, sounds so much like something we would do, by the way.
It really does. The amount of offended viewers we've had and doubled down. I'm better at that nowadays, at not doubling down when they get
people
stroppy.
that we've known for like 8 years that we double down against and inevitably piss them off. But we still love them, and it's also sort of funny. I'm contemplating leaving the community altogether, but before I do, I need to know if I'm overreacting here. Top comment, you sent him money.
Before.
No, it's funny.
Oh, okay, fine.
You sent him money after he insulted you, which is a very fair comment.
Was there a response? Do we know how much money? Are we talking like 50p so it reads it out? Or are we talking like, here's 20 quid, please don't do that, I'm insulted?
I will say that it's good when OP, you have to expand their comments, they're in the negatives. I love that. I love that.
Oh, okay.
I love that.
So that's in response to the money question.
Or they said, rather. Yeah. It was the best way to highlight my response. I also wanted to show that I wasn't trying to attack him by saying that I felt hurt, hence the money. So, let's tackle the first thing. Let's not tackle the donation and the behavior.
One at a time.
Let's zoom out. Do we think that the streamer is a... Well, they've not really said what their opinion is. They just said that, I guess, it's hurtful. You can find it hurtful even if it's not. So we just need to try and decide this objectively, right?
Yeah.
Because this person has found it, factually, they have found it hurtful. That doesn't mean it is, but their perception is that it is.
I mean, someone who is that sensitive about their sensitivity is going to be offended a lot. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I go...
It is inevitable.
Exactly. If I go, I've got a limp everywhere because my leg's dodgy, and some people go, oh my God, Cole, your limp's so annoying. I'll be like, yeah, I know. I can't change it. I can't change it, but I'm aware that it is annoying that you have to sometimes wait
Slow
around
down.
in the heat with me in beautiful sunny England. Now it's so sunny. Do you know what I mean?
So
like,
sunny.
if I was like, oh, I'm not gonna be your friend anymore because you said it was annoying that I've got a limp, then I'm gonna end up leaving a lot of communities.
Yeah, I think that yes, you can be annoyed. I think at anything you're allowed to be annoyed because that doesn't really matter if you're annoyed. Like, that's your opinion, right? That's fine, whatever. To me, that's literally as acceptable or whatever as not being annoyed. It is just something that happens. That is, it's a factual thing. You are annoyed, right? Do I think that the streamer was a bad person for saying that? They were also just expressing their opinion.
Well, there's two parts. There's what the streamer originally said, like, oh my God, people who
Those kinds of people annoy me, is what he said originally about people with ARFID, and called them fussy eaters.
Which could be a throwaway comment. Do you know what I mean? He could have said that and then gone, anyway, let's game. Or he could have said, those sort of people, fucking, let me tell you why. I'm going to sit here for 20 minutes and tell you I hate, do you know what I mean? That
we should
different
put them
ways
down.
Of doing. Exactly. And that would be arguably too far, right? So that's phase one. Phase two is when this donation came through, and the streamer, instead of being like, all right, whatever, even fair enough, let's move on. That's not an apology. That's not, oh my God, I'm so sorry I've hurt you. It won't happen again. Like, it's
being aware of the scenario, and as streamers, we have very much got into situations identical to this.
Yep.
I have then thought, I fundamentally disagree with you. Am I going to derail the stream to argue with somebody in chat? No. I'll just
sometimes.
say... sometimes, yeah, fine, because it's funny. But other times, I'll just say, you know what? I completely disagree with you. Let's just move on. And then we'll just talk about Rocket League or whatever we're playing. I don't think that... I think that the streamer is a bad person for this. I think they were somewhat insensitive with the doubling down.
Yeah, once the money comes in and it's like, all right, fair enough. I'll be honest, I don't think it's that big a deal, but you do. Fine, let's move on. That's one thing. To then go, money comes in and you go, no, I really am annoyed by them. You are annoying to me. That is where the streamer then should be more... I mean, we don't know if this is a streamer who's sort of part-time, full-time, whatever, but it's a streamer that's clearly garnering a community and has a community, so knows the streaming world. I would say the streamer at that point, and again, you know, pot calling the kettle black, I've got this wrong over the years, but at that point, the streamer should be professional enough to move on, even if they don't agree that an apology is needed.
Yep, I would completely agree. And I'm sure that other people who in our community listening to this, they're like, they never fucking do that. They always double down on shit like this. What the hell are they talking about?
But we have learned when to move on. I remember a time recently where I said, look, I know this person, and I know they're going to be getting annoyed now, so let's move on. And you went, Cole, you're right. And vice versa. You've sort of caught me when I've been doing that as well. Like we've had it with name changes in our Discord. So it's a thing that we do on our Discord. Discord.gg/subpubinhd, where if your name is £20 or whatever, cool username by the way, then we'll come up with a pun.
Cool username. I like that username.
We'll come up with a pun of something. Yeah, for example, Stumpy, a pun for £20. Go.
Well, I was saying we would convert it into dollars and call you like $37.22.
That is good.
Like, that's funny. Or change it into yen or something, because that's just a funny name change.
And go through them every now and then. Be like, I'll change that, and like then now it's Ugandan dollars or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we've had it in the past where people normally love their pun names, but other times we've done it with people like, don't spell my name like that, or don't do that, or don't change my name, it's really important. And in the past, we've gone, fuck you, take it or leave it. Exactly. Yeah. We've made that mistake. Yeah. That's my point.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I've just I've looked at our Discord just to get an example of this.
Okay.
Somebody in our Discord is called, well, we call him Chefers, but Chef is the main part of his name. He's currently called Hugh Scheffner. Great name. There's also another guy who's an Australian Rocket League commentator called Gex. So we called him Jeffrey Gexstein.
I'm surprised there wasn't more pushback on that one, to be honest.
I think it's a very funny name.
It is a very good one. It's a very good one.
But yeah, if you're at this point, go on.
Sorry, we've got one who he likes his spreadsheets, right? His name is Citizen Tay, and currently this is a good one. Currently his pun name is Bitch Spreadsheet Nerd.
Great name, great pun, very clever.
So it's subtle. It's subtle.
But if you're this far through into this podcast, give it a like, give it a comment, subscribe to the channel. It helps out a lot. Share it with a mate. These are always very fun to do. This one's obviously a lot more Reddity. But yeah, they're a lot of fun to do. We adore these. And this is episode 20. I don't think we ever said that. Oh, of Officially.
Unofficially bollocks.
The bed podcast on it. Look.
Shall I just put it in?
The credits in 30 minutes.
I'll put it in there. That's hilarious. Yeah, that's hilarious. But no, what I was going to say was, I know it's cringe and very sort of YouTube-y, but genuinely, we've been looking at the stats recently, and a lot of our regular viewers, people who, I think they call it a returning viewer on YouTube, so it's people who,
here we go,
over the last year, have watched at least 6 months of that year. Okay. Do you know what I mean? So they watch every other month over a year on average, right? I think like 40% of you guys aren't subscribed to us. So like, if you're not, just hit the button, because it tells YouTube that you like us and it helps us grow and, you know, all that.
Follow on all the socials. Thank you very much, guys. But yeah, so to get back to this one, I think that this person is not overreacting for being annoyed. I think being annoyed is okay. That's fine. You can be annoyed. However, the way that they reacted to it was to give money, and then the streamer was then bad for then doubling down.
Yep.
And then the person was then bad for, I guess, staying around and then not just being like, you know what, I'm a bit annoyed, I'm just going to go cool off and just not get involved.
I think that at the start, the op, I've always called it op, by the way. You say OP, I've always said op. I think the op was overreacting at the start. But once they'd expressed their overreaction, the streamer should have been the bigger person and just gone, fair enough, and moved on, rather than doubling down and being a dickhead. Because as you say, people can get annoyed about things. You know what I mean? If you, for whatever reason, get like, what sort of physical sort of ailment do you have that people might prod that, like, sometimes you're not in the mood for it? Like, is there, because I'm trying to think if there's anything about you that's weird, but
not much.
I'm struggling. Oh,
if I had to pick something,
your massive cock, right?
My massive cock is what I'd probably go for. Yeah. So if it's the outline.
Like, exactly. So if we're meeting new people and I go, he's got a massive cock, and you're like, Cole, just not today.
Come on, man. I can't have people
just
looking at the outline of a massive cock, really.
And just thinking it's all about your massive cock. Do you know what I mean? So then I'd be a dick if I don't think I'd be a dick for joking about it beforehand. But if you said not today and then I did still, that's when I'm a dick. So that's when
I think so.
He isn't overreacting, to go back to the original.
That's fair. I'd also say, as we have said, as a very small addendum to this, and it's different if you've got ARFID, which this person, by the way, I don't think they do. He doesn't have ARFID. He just has autism, I believe.
Actual ARFID sounds terrible. If someone can't put most foods in their mouth to the extent of that's a horrible affliction.
Yeah, he's, from what I can tell, and I might be wrong, he doesn't have ARFID. He's just defending those that do. I'm not defending,
fair.
but he's speaking on their behalf or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
At some point, you've just got to, and anything that you've got that's kind of wrong with you or whatever, you've got to own it. You really do. It's
That's
such
true.
fucking boring advice. You've got to own it. I used to be very, very, at school, very sensitive about my eyelid. Very sensitive about it.
About what?
I know. You barely know. To be fair, right now, it's actually on pretty good behaviour.
It's doing pretty well. The only time I've sort of noticed your eyelid, I've said this to you before, was when we were doing some remote work like this, and the camera was flipped. So it was your other eye. And honestly, it was like you were straight up. I was like, what the hell? Where's that come from?
I know, right? But you just have to get over it. People are going to mention it. People are going to ask. People, as we have very public-facing jobs, I have comments open if doing online shows or the live chat or whatever. And when I see it in there, if someone's saying, what the fuck is that with his face? And I'm like, oh, they've noticed. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
That's true.
And you're sort of ginger and runty, and you've had sort of a big wide nose, and you've got sort of big eye bags with chasms underneath them, and you've got an old neck. But it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so old neck is so funny. The reason somebody's an old neck there is one, because I have an old neck, and two, because I've always had that sort of same shield of armor. Do you know what I mean?
It takes time to work to that.
Exactly.
It takes time to work to that.
I'll be like, oh my God, I'm such an ugly ginger and all that. Do you know what I mean? Because then if someone else calls me an ugly ginger, it's like, well, I've sort of said it better. I've made that joke better than you. However, once on stream, and this is back in 2018 or 2017 or something, we've heard it all by then, at least we thought. Do you know what I mean? We're up and comers, new games come out, blown up, loads of people, loads of insults, loads of compliments, whatever, the whole array. And then at one point on our stream, someone just says, hi, you have an old neck. And I just went, what do you mean? Why would you say that?
Old neck is such a funny thing to point out about a person.
But do I? Is it old?
It's quite old.
Is it really?
It's haggard. I suppose haggard is a better word for it.
In a sort of respectful,
get back. That's
way.
Awful.
Or more in a sort of Jim Carrey skin suit kind of way.
You look like, it's sort of, when you see a discarded condom in a gutter?
Yeah, when I hang out with your mum.
That's not very, very unbecoming of you, I would say.
I've got one for Am I Overreacting?
Okay, all right, go on.
I like this one. I like this one a lot.
Okay.
Am I overreacting for getting a disabled person kicked out of a movie?
Oh, no.
Can you try and guess where it's going? Before I read it, see if you can guess where it's going. What do you think the story's going to be?
Squeaky wheelchair.
As they're coming in, they stop. But even after they've stopped, no, you've ruined it.
No, if you want to move, it's going to ruin Blade Runner. Okay.
Right. A bunch of friends and I went to see a movie a few weeks ago. 28 years later, for those that care.
I've not seen it, but I do want to.
And we were all pretty excited because we rarely go to the movies, maybe twice a year.
That's fun.
We bought tickets in advance, got a bunch of snacks, and we're all ready to enjoy the movie. Everything is set. Got the popcorn.
So far, they're describing the most human experience ever.
I don't know why they needed that. We went to the movies.
Yeah,
to be the
we went to the movies.
Yeah.
It's great, and it's we bought tickets. I assume so. I assume that was part of the process.
Just to make it clear, the movie wasn't in our home. We travelled to a separate establishment. It starts, and everything is fine until maybe 5 minutes in, when I hear what sounded like an extremely loud combination of grunting and screaming. At first, I thought it was part of the movie and some weird surround sound effects or something.
Oh no! They thought they were a zombie.
But then I realised it was a person. I put up with it at first, but it continued almost non-stop for 10 minutes. It was literally louder than the rest of the movie and made it unwatchable. You couldn't hear or focus on it. Eventually, I finally got up and went out to the lobby to tell an employee, who then went in and kicked the person out. It turns out it was a disabled person, whom I'm assuming was their caregiver.
Okay.
The rest of the movie was great, but I can't help but feel bad.
Missed the fucking start of it, though, so that's a shame.
That they couldn't watch the movie for a condition that isn't their fault. At the same time, it was impossible for us to watch the movie too. And the fact that nobody else got up to say anything, and none of my friends will definitively tell me if it was wrong or back me up. They're happy I did it, but act like they wouldn't have done it. I know that sometimes theatres will do special showings for those that may be impaired, but this wasn't one of those showings.
So, that was what I was going to say. We need to tread lightly here. We need to look at every step, Cole. Ahead of us in this conversation, landmines abound. There's lots of landmines that we can step on right now, and we need to do our best to not step on them.
Because we can step, unlike
We can. Well, he probably can't. Squeaky wheelchair.
Exactly. I was referencing the person in the story that I was referencing your theoretical squeaky wheelchair user. Also, it's really important to say that some people in wheelchairs can actually step it. Just because you see somebody walking doesn't mean they're not wheelchair bound as such.
Okay, that's good. That's
not
good.
All
that's one landmine diffused. It's a great job.
Cut the red wire.
Cut the red wire.
Yeah, we both said red. There you go.
Get that one gone. So, I would say that. I guess this is more like, am I the arsehole? Is that what it was on?
No, this was Am I Overreacting? But this is more like
can we
AITA.
pivot to Am I the arsehole?
Yeah, that's fine. If you want to answer it for that in that context, that's fine.
I think my first thought was there are viewings for autistic people specifically who are more on the spectrum that it is the lights are a lot brighter. The big light is on. You'd hate that. The big light is on. The volume is turned down. There's subtitles. It's fantastic that they do it for people that would otherwise struggle to be in a cinema environment.
And children as well. There's also children's ones where you're expecting kids to be crying.
Kids will run around. Exactly.
Different vibe, different energy at these viewings.
I am somebody that is a big proponent of cinema etiquette. I would say I get unreasonably annoyed. And I think I'm aware of myself enough to say that I get unreasonably annoyed if I see 8 rows away, someone moves their wrist and their Apple Watch turns on, my eyes instantly dart and I am annoyed.
Really?
It's 0 to 100. I'm fuming.
I didn't know that at all. Last time I went to the cinema with you got popcorn butter all over yourself.
I did.
I thought when the film was like 15 minutes in, you turned to me and you went, "This is the longest trailer ever."
Being high at the cinema in America was one of the weirdest experiences of my life.
Sorry,
in a legal state.
Being H**GH, thank you very much.
That's very true. Being on the influence of marijuana. So I'm fully on this person's side. I really am.
100%.
Because they gave it a bit. That's the important part.
That's fair. It wasn't
they
one
gave
strike
it 10
and you're out.
minutes.
Yeah.
I've been somebody at a show where before, my main example is I went to see Moulin Rouge in Manchester with my mum and my fiance.
Moulin Rouge.
It's my favourite song. It's so beautiful. And there were 2 people behind us that were talking the whole time. 2 women.
A musical or a film?
A musical.
What?
A live show.
That's
insane. They were talking, they were laughing loudly, and they were literally right behind my head.
Laughing at the jokes or laughing at their own...
No, talking amongst themselves, having a straight up conversation.
That's mental. That's crazy.
So they were they're probably around this level. So like a normal conversation, if you're like having a conversation in like a cafe or whatever, like blah, 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 that level. So way higher than anything should be in any kind of situation like that.
The thing happened where someone shushed them and for about 3 seconds, sorry.
Who was the someone that you think cool?
How many times you shushed him? What was the shush
fucking
count?
Guy.
What was shush count? 6? 8?
I turned around and said, "Sorry, could you just keep it down a little bit?" And they went, yeah. Quiet for literally a minute.
Yeah.
And started talking again.
The bubble.
I did maybe 3 times. At one point, I literally turned around, looked at them. They were 2 like older and like 50-odd. I looked at them and just went, "Quieter." Like that, because I was so annoyed. And that's a dickish thing to do. That's a dickish action.
I genuinely don't think it is. I mean, I'd love to call you out, and I do love to call you out, and I do regularly call you out. But you had tremendous resolve there.
Other people around were tutting, by the way.
I'm sure. How much were these tickets?
Like 60 quid
each.
A ticket? Yeah. Right?
It's not like the matinee. This ain't some free matinee to your kids' sort of like Christmas nativity.
Exactly. And it's my mum's favourite musical. And she was up for the weekend. It was like a whole big thing. We were doing like around us seeing Moulin Rouge, right? And then they were also drunk, and they were like dropping like those mini bottles of Prosecco, and I was like on the end. They were like falling down the stairs next to me, and I had to stop them from continuing rolling down, right?
Which is dangerous as well when people step and it's
mental.
Dark. You step on it, clatter on the stairs.
It was incredibly steep because we're like in the top bit, right?
Right.
So then I turn around. It's like towards the end of the first half. I look at them and go, "Can you just be quiet? Like, we're all trying to watch." And they then went, "Oh, okay." So I then turned around. They started talking again. I then loudly go, "Oh," like that. I'm so annoyed.
No, you're not. At this point, you're enjoying it. At this point, you're secretly enjoying it
a little bit,
bit
because I'm like, I'm the guy.
Exactly.
I'm the guy that's telling them off, and I'm happy that I'm doing it.
You're the guy where they've said, attention, somebody is having a fit on the plane. Is there a doctor in attendance? And you get on your latex glove.
This fucking guy right
My
here.
moment. This is you. You're the doctor.
Having an asthma attack, and I'm gloving up. no. Putting the trousers down. No.
Yeah, get the sweet addiction.
So, in the end, when I do that, I like go, ugh. They then both go, ugh.
Oh, they owed you back.
And I'm like, the cheek of these women. This is insane. I should also mention,
I'm on their side again now. That's
they're
brilliant.
also dressed up for this show. They're dressed in like corsets and very Moulin Rouge-y for this show. So they're fully locked into this, right?
Was this a sort of interactive segment? Are the people on
Absolutely
the stage going, oh, we need a volunteer. You there, madam? And she goes,
No.
oh, me. I've wanted this. Do you know what I mean? She's in character.
At no point. I think they were dressing up, because the kind of show is sort of like, it's a bit fourth wall-y, where it's like every now and then you are at the Moulin Rouge.
Yep.
And it's sort of like, you're the audience. They do like cool shows. And then it's like, oh, then here's the story. Then all of a sudden you're like watching the film again, essentially,
so it
right?
could be that they were in character
But
as annoying French prostitutes.
I should have called them that. I said, do you want to go down the fucking stage? Because you look like them. And then half-time comes along.
Sorry, ref blows his whistle.
Yeah, they go off to have their oranges. They then don't return. They're gone. They just left at the interval.
Were you disappointed? There must have been part of you that was disappointed about this.
Because then I couldn't keep telling them off.
Exactly, you were looking forward to butting heads.
I didn't hate butting heads, but I hated that I had to do it.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
once I was in that
Yeah.
mindset, I was kind of fine. So long story short,
Yeah.
I understand. Oh, then also I turned around and there was honestly about 8 bottles of like mini Prosecco. So they were twatted.
They must have been twatted. Yeah, those things are strong. The 15% mini Proseccos.
Yeah, and Prosecco hits me. But yeah, and these ones did in the back of my legs. It was annoying.
Ding, 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 yeah, they went right down. What I
so-
would sort of make clear to any listeners is Stumpy is well aware that annoying women sound of mind is very different to disabled people who cannot
Very
control.
much so.
Yeah, he does know that before anyone says.
I would, to insert myself into this new situation.
Yep.
I'm on their side. I would have said to the person working, I literally would have started with, I don't want to be a dick. Like, I don't want to be annoying. But there's somebody in the audience who is being very disruptive by no fault of their own, but they are still disrupting people. It's ruining my experience and the experience of others.
I disagree with you there. I think that's sort of one of them. Do you know what I mean? The fact that it's a film, you can see it again. It's arguably.
No, you're not.
I think I am. Yeah, I am. If I'm next to someone who cannot control themselves, as long as they're not doing it wantonly, do you know what I mean? Because there's a sort of level, there's a scale of this. Is this someone
a spectrum, if you will?
A spectrum, thank you. Is this somebody who absolutely cannot control any sounds or voices or noises coming out of themselves? Or can they control it, but they sort of don't care because in their own way they're being a bit of a dick? Do you know what I mean? Like, they're being loud. The vibe I get is that this is the former. This is someone who cannot control
That's the vibe I get too.
At all. And I'd be a bit annoyed, but I certainly wouldn't do anything to mention it. And I'd also then, I've said this to you before, that things that go slightly wrong, that's a better story. In 10 years' time, they're not going to remember like, oh man, do you remember when we saw 28 years later what a flick that was at the pictures? The pictures.
The pictures.
The pictures.
But I think that if there's somebody, like, yes, they can't control themselves, but there is still a consequence to the actions, even if you can't help what you're doing. And to mitigate that, you should go to a viewing that is more suited to the person.
Well, the carer has messed this right up because the carer has put the person under their care in the spotlight and the crosshairs. We don't know how much of this they're taking in. Is it embarrassing for this person that they clearly, have been removed? If their mind works better than their physical, ailments, if they're like, oh my God, this is so humiliating to me, the carer shouldn't be putting them in that position.
Yeah, they are under a duty of care to make sure the person they are looking after is in... Essentially, they can make their own decisions, that's fine, but they're there to sort of guide them through it all.
Yeah.
I would go and say something. I would. Like,
you actually
I think,
would. You'd actually
I actually
not like, oh, I don't blame the person for doing it. You actually would do it.
No, I
Different
actually
things.
would.
Wow.
Yes, I actually would. Because I'm just of the opinion that, and I know that we're not going to bring it up, but there's a certain amount of the personal responsibility that a person has. And if you have an issue with something, I believe that you should bring it up to the relevant people that can help that situation. If then the person who's working there says, no, we can't remove them for this because of this reason, whatever it is, at that point, honestly, I go, okay, fair enough. I would absolutely resign myself to it and think, okay, this is the situation I'm now in, and I've now done what I can to try and help it, not just for me, but for what I would assume, because I've not spoken to everybody else in there, but what I would assume a lot of the other people are thinking in there.
Yeah, there's no doubt that others will be thinking that.
For sure.
You'd be the martyr. You'd be the hero.
I think I'd be the martyr, yeah.
But we do need. Wow.
But if the guy then said, look, we can't do anything, I think I honestly, I would then be so much more okay with it. I'd be like, okay, at that point is what it is. I've done what I can do. I've done in my capacity the best I can do.
You wouldn't go back and sit there and
go, that is rude. If I go and look at the carer and go, that's fucked up. That's not okay.
Oh, that's something. I think I'd leave that one. But I don't think they're overreacting to answer the direct question, but I would certainly leave it. I'd leave it.
I think overreacting. And I would you say that they're the arsehole? If we move the subreddit of it all, would you say that they're the arsehole?
Oh, it's tough when there's a cinema filled with other people. It's a real toughie. That's a real toughie, Stumpy Goblin. Would I say that they are the A? I probably just about would say that shades it. I think suck it up. They have a life. They have a life of pain. These people. It's difficult in every sense. They wanted to experience going to the cinema. It might have messed up your viewing. You can go to another one. I'd say, but I also by both sides. Say what.
But if there were no other viewings, I guess if the viewings that were designed for autistic people, disabled people, etc., weren't a thing, if they'd never been invented by Odeon or whatever, then I would absolutely, I wouldn't even entertain the idea of speaking to the person who works there. I really wouldn't.
I see.
Because I'd be like, well, it's not on them. They're just going to the cinema. That's like whatever. This is the way that they need to go to the cinema, and so they're doing that. That's okay. But because there are ways to mitigate it, then I think that the onus shifts to them, the carer or whatever, to then get them.
I love how careful you're being.
I'm surrounded by landmines.
Step blindly, step willingly.
And all around me, I just hear beep, beep. Okay, so.
You got your hand on the dead man's triggers right now.
Yeah, okay.
Squeeze.
I think that... I am of the opinion...
It's just me.
Alex Knight.
It's just me. It's just your boy Cool Cole.
I'm of the opinion that... because there are other viewings that this person can go to that are more suitable, yes, true, that are more suitable to their needs, that the carer, or support worker rather, not necessarily carer, support worker, should have taken that into consideration and done that instead.
I'd say that the villain of the piece, if there is to be one, would be the carer. The carer is the one who should have done better.
So I thought you were going to say God.
I blame the vaccine that the kid was given.
I blame fucking Anthony Fauci in hindsight.
Yeah, that ruined it all, really.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, all right. I think most of the landmines avoided.
I think you've done all right, but let's find out. Let's see what TikTok thinks. It's normally meaner than what we expect. Should we do Speedy? Couple more.
We can just do one more. We don't need to be speedy. We can just do one more.
I want to do two more.
Have you got one?
Yeah. All right. It's your turn. Go on. You do yours.
Okay. Well, I just want to be speedy. But we'll see. We'll see what this is. So, do you also sometimes just not look at the title? And you're just like, you just read the body of text, then you don't get the context?
No, I don't, but that's a fun game. It's a fun sounding game. But my sort of barrier to entry is higher than that. I don't want to waste my time reading something that's boring.
That's it. This one, for the record, is like less than a scroll.
Okay,
so it's like fine. It's easy.
Let's go. Let's see us.
No title. I, 22 male, have been in a relationship. Oh, this is on Am I Overreacting?
Yep.
I, 22 male, have been in a relationship with my girlfriend, 22 female. Today, we were hanging out in my car. I was driving, my friend was in the front passenger seat, and my girlfriend was sitting in the back seat with 3 of her friends. Back seat with 3 friends? How cramped is that back seat?
That is very cramped.
4 people in the back.
Unless it's like a Jeep or something.
Was he driving a minibus?
He might be driving a limo.
On our way to the cinema, okay, so while gossiping with her friends, my girlfriend said there are no good-looking guys in her class, but there are some handsome guys in her junior batch. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what
guess
that
like
means
junior
either.
class. And mentioned that one of them is really, really cute. She said this out loud while I was in the car and everyone heard it clearly. I didn't react in the moment. After dropping everyone off and being alone with her, I calmly brought it up and told her it bothered me. She apologised and said that she was just gossiping, didn't realise what she was saying at the time and didn't mean anything by it. We later went out to eat and I felt calmer, but after dropping her off at her place and coming back home, I couldn't stop thinking about it. What's bothering me is that it was said publicly in front of me, my friend and her friends. It made me feel disrespected and compared. I should add for context, I'm a bit possessive by nature. If I had a red flag, I'd be fucking away with this shit.
We did not need that context.
We fucking guessed.
Yep.
I'm a bit possessive by nature and I'm aware of it. I'm actually trying to handle my emotions better and not react impulsively, which is why I stayed calm and talked to her privately instead of reacting in front of everyone. I texted her later explaining that I'm still not over it.
This person would previously have done.
And also, feels like he should be rewarded for. You know, I didn't react in public. It's like, that's probably normal. That's the normal thing
That's
to do.
the done thing, yeah.
That's fine. Basically, yeah, am I overreacting? Am I the arsehole? Blah, blah, blah.
Yes! You absolute insecure little rat of a worm. You are with a human being who has emotions that are different beyond loving Barry. I'm sure that she does love Barry. Doesn't mean she doesn't find other people attractive. Doesn't mean she doesn't like, talking to other people, male or female. And it certainly doesn't mean that she shouldn't be able to share opinions with her friends. Imagine
with her girlfriends having a little goss.
Have a little goss. It's fine if you if you think someone's hot. That's cool.
Fine. If she said, "Oh, I really like him," that's way past the mark. Then she's the bad guy.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good. But what she said,
so
as I'm sure
Tony.
you think, as I'm, God, front seat Tony. God, he's hot. It's like, what the fuck? What the hell?
Him.
She expressed an opinion, and then also she apologized, saying, "Look, you know what? Fair enough. I'm sorry that it made you feel that way. I didn't mean for it to. On me. Maybe I shouldn't have said it in front of everybody." I think that she handled it like an adult. I think that she's given him a little bit more than she should have done.
Agreed.
But it's also not worth escalating.
Well, it is long term. If you live in fear that you can't express an opinion that another male for her sake is like attractive, then you have to suppress so much. I don't want to I don't want to hide the fact that I think other people are objectively attractive, and nor would I want my partner to do that either. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's not as this is what I never got about possessiveness, right?
Okay.
It's not as fun if you are in a vacuum. Do you know what I mean? It's like I'd much rather because other people have found my partner attractive, and I don't want me to find I don't want only me to find her attractive. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair. I
like the fact that objectively there's an attraction to her.
Yeah, you like sitting in the corner. Like, that's nice. That's good.
Yes, but that's irrelevant to this conversation. I told you that in good faith.
I think that, yes, you're overreacting. Obviously. Your girlfriend. There's nothing worse. There is something worse, like killing her mum. But, there's nothing worse.
That would be worse.
Than her saying an opinion of oh, I think this guy's attractive, whatever, and then you overreacting and being weird about it, because then she then thinks, oh, it's ugh.
My guy
I've got the ick from you. Meanwhile, I find Tony quite attractive in my class.
Meanwhile, Tony, who's there discussing top 5 hottest boys in his class with all the girls, Tony's fine with it. I think that Barry's insecurity is going to leave Barry alone and scared and sad. Because every time Janine has an opinion, Barry's going to be like, "Oh, you going to leave me?" It's like,
fucking Barry and Janine every time.
They're key characters in my life.
They are key characters in the OU.
All right,
CU.
Bill and Sarah, you happy now?
Why are you only doing names from EastEnders?
Is that a Bill?
I thought it said Beale, like Ian Beale.
Bill, you're the one EastEnders coding.
Yeah, maybe.
Everything.
Yeah, I'm EastEnders maxing. Yes, you are overreacting. She also.
Wait, can you say something sort of like a bit jarring? Just end it after one sentence. So like, and then this happened. Full stop.
What? Why? What's this for?
Just
so I know my.
No, just your opinion in one nutshell
about this.
Yeah. Just
my opinion is that yes, you are overreacting.
Boom. Boom, 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 boom.
And that can be used to start off a TikTok coming to your For You page soon.
And the amount of Americans that are going to be like, what just happened?
Yeah.
What do you think Americans are going to think just happened?
I don't think we should tell them. I think we should, because how the fuck are they going to Google what just happened? I don't want them to struggle.
If you're American in the comments, let us know what you think just happened. I guarantee every Brit knows what just happened.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. The kettle's just gone on. Yeah, they absolutely know.
Anyway, you were saying.
They are definitely overreacting because she's also, like I said, she hasn't gone out of her way. I can't disagree with myself a little bit from earlier of she's met him halfway. She's gone over the line a bit more than she should have done. She's placated his stupid opinion.
That's the word, placated. And it's going to get worse as well.
Yeah.
Like, I think that if you give that inch of like, oh, I'm sorry that I... I think just people are just insecurity like that just bugs me because it's one of life's pleasures, isn't it? To think people are attractive and to talk about it. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't want to suppress that for anyone I'm with.
If it's like, oh, yeah, my mate, Janine... Like, if I was saying to my fiance, oh, you know my mate Janine, she's fucking hot. It's like, what the hell? That's weird. True. But if it's like, oh, fucking Margot Robbie, she's hot. It's like, that's fine. That's okay to say.
Or I was at the swimming pool and this sexy dude came out and
I've said that literally at the swimming pool multiple times. When there's a guy swimming up and down, and we've gone swimming together. He'll get out of the pool, and I go, he's fucking ripped. He's huge. And then Anna, every time she goes, that's not very attractive to women, which I think is true.
I have heard that. Yeah,
I think that very muscular men are only attractive to other straight men who ultimately they're not trying to attract. But if I see a muscular bloke, I think I'm so impressed by their like dedication to being muscular.
I'm like, it's a lot of
fair
hard
fucking
work.
play. That's insane.
Yeah, we know what it takes. That's the thing we'll never understand. You know what I mean? It's like we're not meant to have boobs. So to have them and lose them is a great achievement.
It's a real honour.
True. I imagine so. One day I'll know.
So the comments on this one, well, what do you think she should do now? She apologised and said she made a mistake in the moment. Not sure what else there is to do, really. She didn't. Yeah. I mean, if she does it again, that would be a pattern. But she said sorry.
What? So the comments are generally on his side?
Not really. That's the top comment, which I don't like. But then someone then said, you're overreacting. You brought it up. She apologised. Move on. It's not some huge disrespect. She was just chatting with her friends.
Yeah, completely.
Yeah, that's fine.
Maybe we've got this one wrong, but to me, it's weird to want to police that. It's weird to want to police that.
It is weird. The only thing is, if she had, every time this guy is mentioned in her class, every time she then makes a point of saying, oh, he's so fit. Then I'd be a little bit like,
funny. Well, I think that's funny though. Do you know what I mean? I think that's the sort of thing where if what was his name, Barry, is weird about that, she doubles down, and every time she, oh my god, he's so fit.
Oh, fucking hell.
I would. The parts of him I'd suck. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. Yeah, I do things with him that I'd never do with Fat Baz.
Fucking fat.
Big Fat Baz, the BFB.
Have you guys in this limo seen Fat Barry over there sat in the corner for some reason with me and all my girlfriend?
Fucking keep driving, Fat Baz.
Fine, I'm going to type this up on Reddit.
Yeah, you're overreacting, Fat Baz. Sorry, mate.
All right, the last one I've got is I'm gonna just send it to you, and you can have a little look. It's another picture one. I like the picture round.
You do like the picture ones.
Yeah, I think because you can just have a little quick look at the picture ones.
Okay, all right.
And it's, am I overreacting for thinking this is creepy and sketchy? And it's a poster. So it's a weird picture as well, where the hands, it says big hands massage. Audio listeners.
Quite the opener.
And the hands in the picture are very much like coming to the screen.
It's a stock image, isn't it? It's a stock image.
It's very War of the Worlds. It's very Orwellian. is the picture. Do you know what I mean? You can imagine the isopods or whatever they're called being those big hands. But the message on the poster is male, 45, massage therapist will provide you the most relaxing of massages using non-scented, all-natural oil that cleanly washes away. I cater to women who are available during the day. Some evening options available.
That's so weird to specify. I'll only rub women. Like,
as you've always said.
You
get that on a t-shirt on your face.
As me, a proud bisexual, apparently. Like, that's odd to specify. I'll only rub women.
This is the perfect gift for your girlfriend, wife, or a special treat just for yourself.
No, it's not.
Hourly sessions available. Full body or targeted areas as requested. Text
no, I fundamentally disagree with this is the perfect gift for your girlfriend, wife, or special treat. I don't think it is. I'm not sending my hands to Big Hand Barry. I'm not sending my wife there.
No, I wouldn't want to either. I think if I got Linnea massage, she'd be appreciative. If I got her that massage, she'd be like,
yes.
Oh. 45-year-old bloke comes over. I didn't say anything about having like an actual like license.
No, he just says massage therapist. I don't think that's a protected term either.
That sounds very self-proclaimed, doesn't it?
So, do you want to read the context of where it is? Because I think that makes this worse.
Yeah, so edit for additional context. I work with many adults with disabilities at this apartment. I'm part of a care agency, I wonder if we've ever taken them to the cinema, and an independent living program. But I'm also still a student. I'm concerned about this because I don't want one of my clients to call this number, not understanding the true implications. This is my concern, aside from my own personal ick. I didn't mention it initially because I want to give as little info as possible as my job for privacy reasons. I won't mention the city or state I'm in, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
This is hanging up in multiple locations at an apartment.
Okay. Am I overacting for thinking this is creepy and sketchy? No, you are not. No, I think you are... Oh, there's also a bit at the bottom that says the perfect in-home massage for her. So does he come to your home?
I believe that's it, yeah. I lay out the red carpet to my home when I'm away at work, bringing back the bacon, and my lady is big-handed by this bloke.
Yeah, I don't... There's a great comment on this post. Big murder hands come to your home to massage your throat.
I mean, to be fair, instead of taking these down, it would be good to sort of just replace them and just have that as the strap line. And I bet he'd never notice as well. It's like not quite malicious compliance, but just changing something slightly so it stays rather than removing them and they get re-added.
Yeah. So someone said as well, the cater to women who are available during the day absolutely means sex. This is what men say on dating sites when they're married and looking for daytime assignments.
Sorry, what is it? I'm just going to make note of that. It was cater to...
Cater to women only. Unscented oil, so women don't have a smell on them that makes their partners ask questions.
Is that what it...
I think it's a fuck poster.
Around the disabled... Around the disabled...
yeah.
The house. Flats.
It's weird. Is it weirder if this person put up one poster in this apartment block, or if he's put up 30 posters across multiple apartment blocks?
I think one is weird on someone's door, or right in front of someone's door in the hallway. So every time they come out, is your name Felicia? Do you want a massage?
Think of a normal woman's name.
What's wrong with Felicia?
Felicia.
That's a name.
That's not a name.
I think it is, isn't it?
Felicia.
Felicia Blakely is an American woman serving 3 consecutive life sentences without parole for 2002 murders of 3 men in Atlanta, Georgia, committed at age 16. Her story was adapted into the 2017 film When Love Kills, the Felicia Blakely story, and featured on a documentary series, Snapped. Happy?
Oh, egg on my face, apparently. Yeah, fair enough.
Question me again, all right?
Oh, you've got Felicia on your side, and she's a man murderer. Yeah, I definitely think that this is creepy. This is weird. You are not overreacting. If it was a poster that didn't say big hands is not good.
Big hands is such like one allegorical to the peen, of course.
It must be.
But it's also like, hey, call me Big Hands, and no one does.
Barry
Do you know
Big
what I mean?
Hands.
Everyone calls him Barry Big Hands.
We'll call you Fat Baz.
They call you Barry Man Boobs.
Yeah, Barry Man Boob. And then also the fact that it's only for women. And that also they're not like a licensed massage therapist. It's just, I'm a man with oil on a table. Want to get involved? That's all that is.
Basically, join in, sign up. But don't sign up yourself, sign up your partner.
Sign up your wife to get Barry Big Hands. Like, I won't be doing that.
So yeah, I think that's one of the downsides maybe of Am I Overreacting, that normally they're not. We need more controversial ones in the future, don't we? Because I think all of those, they weren't overreacting.
I like the Am I the Arseholes when they're just wrong. They're nice.
There was one overreaction. The guy who had a cry about his girlfriend.
The partner. Yeah, that's true.
He was.
We had a big debate about a few things.
Yeah, no, it was very good. I really enjoyed that. We should do that again. If anyone has got any other subreddits or anything that they'd like to see us go through, do let us know. But otherwise, anything else to add, Stumpy? I've got one more little thing, but see if you can jump in first.
No, not at all. Go ahead.
I was going to say, if you enjoyed this and you're new to us, you're new to Officially Unofficially, this has been a slightly different type of episode where we're a bit more locked into what we're doing. So, if you did like that, click over, I don't know, fucking here or whatever to see us do a country food tier list, or there to do...
What are you doing? So it's like above you and to your left. You've sort of got like a crook finger.
To do NAO UK slang comparison tier list.
Well, you're so like, you look like you've been put in a box. Like, you're
Bye.
so horrible.